So currently in Fortnite, it is part of the off season. This is where there are less tournaments and people are getting bored of the meta waiting for the new season, this new season being Chapter 5. Obviously coming up to the Christmas period, this is where people are going to be most lax about their training, they're going to be stopping, less people are going to be grinding, therefore making an incredibly good opportunity for all of you guys. This is a perfect time for you to be grinding even harder and working on your weaknesses. If you do, then you're going to be one of the few that are actually grinding, and that gives you an actually very large advantage when it comes to everyone else playing the game in terms of improvement. Depending on your weaknesses, if you take on some of these tips, you're going to come into Chapter 5 looking like a new player, and that's perfect for Christmas time. Let's go through the weaknesses and what you should do depending on your weakness. We've had 4 full chapters of Fortnite and people still struggle with fighting. You can have the mechanics down, the editing down, all of that down, but something about fighting and just game sense in general is just crazy hard. I still occasionally struggle putting my good mechanics together when fighting a good player. And the thing about this Fortnite OG is, coming into the last part of the season, ranked is not good practice anymore. Ranked has not been good practice pretty much the whole of this season. A lot of people came back to Fortnite for the OG period, and more people means less quality. More people are making it into the higher divisions, and even they are getting polluted by worse players. I'm fighting players in elite rank and above that are complete drones and can barely build. This is why I would recommend, if you're just an average player looking for some good practice, matchmaking fighting maps are your best bet. Kenbean's realistic 1v1 and 2v2 maps are perfect for you, or any other matchmaking map. If you want me to release another couple of matchmaking maps myself, make sure you pop in code JKC, it helps me a lot guys. If you feel like these are not good practice, I actually did an experiment on how good practice these were, and we found out that people in the top percentile or above average players found less good practice in these maps. Then you should look at Discord. Improving fighting from getting 1v1s on Discord is such a good way to improve, because most people on Discord are like-minded players looking to get better. You can post looking for 1v1 in the looking for player chats. I have one of them in my Discord, which will be linked down below, or any other scrim server Discords normally do them. Most of you will be okay with the matchmaking though. There are some good players in that thing, trust me. Editing is one of the main things in Fortnite, and a lot of people struggle with it, especially on controller. Most people on controller have a problem with fast editing because of their binds. I said it once and I'll say it again folks, left stick edit button, right bumper reset button, and edit and confirm reset on release on. That is the way to go, and that is the fastest setup possible for a controller player. Likewise, if you're a keyboard player struggling, then turn on confirm edit on release, and it is something I would recommend 100%. This is instantly going to make all the edits you do much faster. Once you've done this, then I would suggest practice maps like Flea's editing dictionary if you want to go through edits in a repetitive manner, or JKC Freeboard map where you can practice your edits in action on 0 delay. All the maps I recommend will be in the description guys. Think about it, editing is all just repetition and getting muscle memory down. Speaking of repetition, piece control is a similar thing. If you're struggling with piece control and that is your main weakness, I have one map that will change your life. It's not mine and I can't take credit for it, but Raiders Piece Control Map V2 is where I learned most of my piece control. It made my piece control game, and it can make yours too. It has so many drills ranging from basic to advanced, and you can do them infinite amount of times, and it even takes count. The one thing I'd recommend about this map is making sure when you do the piece control you're doing it from a safe peak. You don't want to be taking damage. They also have a wide range of editing tunnels where you can work on perfecting and making your edits, the awkward ones that you fail in game, more consistent. We all fail on edits when we're nervous, and if nerves is your main weakness, then it can be a little tough sometimes. This happens when you have the mechanics down but you struggle with nerves in game and therefore mess up edits you don't normally mess up. If this is the scenario, then I suggest you do ranked solos. I said this wasn't good practice because of the players, however I normally get one of my most nervous states in ranked solos just because it simulates that solo cash cup experience. The players are going to be playing weird, and if you're going to lose rank, if you're going to drop out of champion division or elite division, it can make you sweat a little bit. And the more you put yourself in these uncomfortable scenarios, the more you're going to get over your nerves. It builds muscle memory in fighting scenarios. I 100% recommend it. Not for fighting practice, but for nerves practice. Remember guys, being nervous isn't a bad thing, it means you care. It isn't just nerves that people struggle with in the off season, people struggle to find motivation a lot. You need to making sure you set targets and goals to strive towards every single day. This could be 1 hour in Ken Bean's Realistics map every day, fully focusing. It could be 30 minutes learning a new free building retake per day. Try to set your goals and targets relating to your weakness. This is going to really help you in the long run. And guys, a ton of people struggle with mechanics or high ground retakes in general. If you do, then watch one of these videos on the screen right now, and I wish you a successful start of chapter 5. Make sure you like the video.